Hi everyone, this is Jurga at Lanphier again. I hope you're doing well. Today I wanted to put a short video together about the supplements. One day I was simply reloading the weekly supplement box and I just took a picture and I posted on my Instagram story. And few comments came in. This is one of them. I'm going to share somewhere here on the screen. The individual was asking, am I okay? Because for them, it appeared that I'm taking medication or too much supplement. I am not sure what was going through their mind. And I was just thinking to myself that in order to respond and speak on Instagram story, it would be just too long way of explaining. And that's why I wanted to put this video together that I could share with people when they ask. So one of the reasons, and I'm sure a lot of us taking different supplements, and there's a different reasons why we take the supplements and how do we decide what supplements to take. So I just wanted to share my perspective. I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving any medical advice here. I'm just simply sharing my experience and my story. How do I stay healthy and how do I watch about my health. So one of the things, and I'm sure it will sound very familiar to all of you as well, when we go to get our blood work and when we go to see the doctor, most of the time, the doctor would say, you are in the range, so everything is fine, you have nothing to worry about. But remember, the range could be kind of wide because it has numbers from certain number to a certain number. And for me, I'm always simply curious, where am I in the range? Am I on the lower end, on the higher end, or somewhere in the sweet spot in the middle? So the goal is obviously always to be somewhere in the sweet spot in the middle. And that's what it means to me that I'm in the range. If I'm on the lower end on the range or on the higher end of the range, to me, that is already alarming. And I want to make sure that I take some kind of action before I get out of the range. And that can be done in a simple ways. Like, for example, if you are low on something, I'm low on vitamin D all the time. I take a bunch of different supplements. I'm not going to go through all of them. What's in there, it is different for all of us. But let's say take the vitamin D. If you are low on the vitamin D and you are not taking any supplement, the hair loss is a huge side factor. So you could be low on vitamin D, or you could be on the low range of the vitamin D and you're experiencing the hair loss. Iron is another one, and you don't need to be a vegetarian in order not take enough iron for your body. There are other ways where you lose the iron, especially for women. And that is why it is so important to look at all of these things and understand where you stand. So these days it's so easy to log into the portal, print out. That's what I do. I log into the portal after the blood work is uploaded. I print out my blood work from the previous time and from the current time. And I just put them side by side. I take my highlighter and I start going side by side. Okay, did I improve from the last time on this specific vitamin? Did I improve on this? And I keep going and marking myself little notes. This way I know, do I need to continue taking a certain supplement or I need to stop? Because if you're taking something that is too much for your body, that is also not good. And that is why it's so important to continue paying attention. So one of the helpful books to read about all the things that I'm talking right now, it's called Outlive. It's a science and art of longevity. Obviously, there's a lot of other factors than just supplements and just nutrition that we take. So in this book, that's exactly what it's talked about. All the important things of sleep, of nutrient, your mental health, etc., what it takes to be a healthy individual. And supplements is just one of them. And I'm, like I said, just sharing my experience, how I am staying on top of my game in terms of being in the sweet spot of the range. So my advice to you would be that next time when you receive your blood work, make sure that you do your homework as well, and you don't just blindly follow what the doctor tells you. Not that you don't need to not trust your doctor, but make sure you do your homework. And we as stylists, we constantly hear people say in our chair, my hair is falling in clumps, I have itchy, dry scalp, eczema on the body and the scalp, etc. Those are like little signals, little signs that your body is sending to you that something is off, something is not right. You either eating wrong foods or your body is missing something. So for that reason, especially, it is important to pay close attention to where you stand in all these ranges and what you can do to improve that. Another way is obviously to look at the foods that you are eating. If it's something that you have too much in your body, you can simply Google which foods contain X, Y, and Z, and you know that you should be a little bit more mindful while eating those foods and introducing to your diet. And if you are low on something, same thing, you can Google which foods are high in iron or magnesium and just pick those foods and introduce into your diet to improve all the numbers where you stand, that you would be in the sweet spot of the range, somewhere in the middle, not on the high end and not on the low end. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I'll share everything that I know myself personally, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much for watching.